my friends, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In our last video, we did spend the day in the Emerald Graves working on a variety of quests and exploration objectives. In today's video, we are back in Skyhold temporarily because we're going to work on the war table and then we're going to go and work on companion quests. So the quest that I want to work on is Josephine's family quest, where we had to go meet Josephine and Val Royeax because we had to meet with one of her contacts. However, I also have a quest in Val Royeax for Blackwall because he ditched us and we had to go attend an execution. So I'm not sure which is going to trigger, if they do trigger upon entry. So that's my plan, is to go to Val Royeax after the war table because we need some serious catching up over here. Okay, let's start in for Ralden, and I may need to start doing more than just 4. So let's try to do 3 in each area. So let's do Hard in Hightown, a worthy dwarf, since we've been working on this for weeks, if not months now. Ruffles, Nightingale, and various agents named after crummy jobs. Thanks for looking into this bullshit mess for me. Based on what you've told me, there's only one person I can think of who specifically uses Bronto liquor as an insult and also can't write worth a damn. Worthy, an acquaintance of mine from Kirkwall, although why he'd do all this, I have no idea. I owe you all drinks, Varric. I remember Worthy. He was like the first dwarf we met on Erin, like Worthy with the ironic name, right? Anyway, Leliana says we should capture Worthy ourselves and question him about how he infiltrated Skyhold. Or Josephine says we should give this information to Kirkwall Guard. They'll want to arrest Worthy. Well, they can have him after Leliana's done with him.
Let's see what we have.
Because I want to know how he got in here too. Nightingale, we removed the dwarf from his home in Hightown. He had another manuscript in progress, which we burned, doused in acid, and threw into the sea. Apparently, he is at beef with Varric for setting up the champion of Kirkwall with another rune crafter. Oh, with Sandal. He ranted about better beards and true dwarves, and then declared himself the greatest writer in Thedas, at which point Fletcher laughed so hard she started choking. The dwarf is a menace, and he claims he didn't send a note to Skyhold Cooper. Is that finally done? Thanks from a Chantry sister. Let's do that one. Inquisitor Adar, you may not remember me. I stayed at Skyhold for a time and later accompanied some injured soldiers to Ferelden. Our journey was more perilous than expected, and I only lived to write this thanks to the aid of the Inquisition. I have little to offer, but if I may help the Inquisition in some small way, you have only to ask Sister Paulette. I remember her as the one, this was the follow-up quest from like the last time we were at the war table where we saved the soldiers instead of just letting them die, because we're not monsters. At least I hope not. Anyway, Cullen says some soldiers in Crestwood wish to establish a place of prayer at the keep. Sister Paulette could assist. Leliana says Sister Paulette showed bravery and kindness in staying with the injured soldiers. She has already done more than was asked. Let her remain with her fellow sisters in peace. And Josephine says I could arrange to transfer Sister Paulette to the Chantry in Denerim. Having a reliable ally in the capital's Chantry could prove valuable. I think let's go with Josephine. In the long run, that might be better. Inquisitor Adar, I have joined my sisters in Denerim's Chantry. It is grander than the Chantry in my former village. I believe I could do some good here. I founded a charity to aid those the breach and the Fade rifts impacted. I tell all who ask that the Inquisition made this possible. Maker's blessing upon you, Sister Paulette. Wonderful. Well, let's do at least 3 over here, because I feel like we're falling behind. I'll do Emerald Grave resources later. I don't know if I want to support her still. Unmask those across the sea. I had our people remove the downward pointing triangle symbols from our outposts. They have not made a reappearance, which means little. It's clear someone has an interest in the Inquisition, someone organized with ties to those across the sea. We've eliminated the Canary as the most obvious suspects. Nonetheless, knowing who they're not does not tell us who they are, what they're doing, or why. They're clever, we know that, and they have resources. But so do we, and they should learn that they are not to toy with Inquisition, Leliana. It was rough to read. Cullen says this is pointless. I won't commit our forces to hunting a shadowy cabal obsessed with little chalk drawings. I say we forget this and focus on Cremisius. Yeah, but I want to know who they are. Leliana says if our investigations have any hope of succeeding, we'll have to strike hard and fast before they even know we're looking, a coordinated effort, hitting all the leads we have at once. Sure, let's try it. Compliments to your spy master. She is a resourceful woman. Once she traced our agent to Cayman Brea, the match was ruled in her favor. Tell Sister Leliana to call off her dogs, save them for Cremisius. We suspect also that she has gotten all she can from Sir Helmuth. A caterpillar on a leaf does not know there is a forest about him. You will hear no more from us. Our intention was to watch, and we have seen enough. Cremisius threatens us all, and the Inquisition is Thetis' only hope for stopping him. Remember that for the moment we are not your enemy. As a gesture of goodwill, we share our knowledge. May it prove valuable in your coming battle. On behalf of powers across the sea, the Executors. What? Who are these guys? No, Tevinter resistance has been here forever. I received some news from Maeveris, one of those two. It seems her little resistance has drawn support, just as she hoped it would. Thing is that support comes in the form of idealistic magisters with no real power, while the ones who might see her group as a threat are the true heavy hitters. Reading between the lines, I'd say Maeveris is in more hot water than she lets on. She's crafty, but she could use more help right about now, or the resistance might die on the vine. Up to you, but if you ask me, any enemies of the Venatori should be friends of ours. Cullen says to send some Templars north, disguised of course. Real Templars, a sort who can disrupt magic. That should be all the help she needs. Leliana says, allow me to handle this, eliminate one of her enemies, and the rest will believe she can strike at them with impunity. They will back off. Or Josephine says, the Inquisition is now a force to be reckoned with. Even in Tevinter, openly declare support for the resistance. I think a real Templar might scare them.
Inquisitor.
It seems Dorian was correct. Not only do Tevinter Templars not possess the ability to disrupt magic, Tevinter Magisters are flummoxed when they encounter such abilities. There was an attack on Magister Talani's estate, but our agent, Sir Belinda Darrow, reports that it was handily beaten back and is unlikely to return anytime soon. Magister Talani sends her thanks, as well as some artifacts stripped from the attackers and a scented handkerchief. Don't ask, Cullen. Let's do one more. Destroy Adamant Fortress. Oh yeah, this was Crem's mission. Inquisitor, per my earlier recommendation, I'd like permission to send some of the chargers to Adamant Fortress. The Inquisition already destroyed most of it. My troops can tear down enough of the rest that it doesn't turn into a stronghold for demons or Venatori or whatever else is out here causing trouble. Lieutenant Cremisius Aclassi. So Cullen says it took all our forces to break Adamant. I'd happily spare some men to ensure that the safety of the chargers. Well, Josephine says many Orlesian nobles would love the reputation of having aided in the destruction of Adamant's fortress. Yeah, let's make them do some work. The Chargers did what they could to tear down the walls. The demons in the area didn't seem to appreciate the effort, but my men escaped without significant losses. No one will be using Adamant's fortress against us, Inquisitor. It's nothing more than a pile of rubble now. Oh, I kind of feel bad. Lieutenant Cremisius Aclassi. Okay. And here we are in Val Royeax. I did take some time to empty bags and whatnot. But it's a rainy day in Val Royeax, which I love rainy days.
I cannot believe it.
adamant and ruins. Blood of their own everywhere.
Yeah.
Those are not how wardens should be.
Right?
At least one has to be true to what they are.
Blackwall. I've no report of him suffering any of this.
Well, there you go. Of course he wouldn't.
Okay. It's ironic that I'm here to find Blackwall and you're here talking about
What
him.
do you think of the Inquisition now? Their fortunes have certainly changed.
It's still very dangerous to send wagons all the way to Skyhold.
Celine has offered incentives for any merchant willing to make the trip.
Really? I never heard that.
I feel like their voices are switched, which is kind of odd, but okay.
Is that her? Here?
Shut it. You know the rules about friends.
Okay, so confused a little bit. All right, well, let me head up here. I want to work on Josephine's quest. So, as a reminder to you, but mostly to me, it says Josephine's messengers have been murdered. Compte Boisvert claims to have information that could lead to the identity of the murderers. Yeah, I can't say anybody's name right ever. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Hello, Josephine.
Do you know where this noble wanted to meet us?
I do. The Comte Boisvert invited us to his mansion, not far from here. I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
Well, let's go.
Lead the way.
Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for seeing us, Comte Boisvert.
The honor is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist two such distinguished guests.
We welcome your help. This seems dangerous for you. What's your information? Well, yeah, let's just get to the point.
Please, tell us what you know.
Straight to business, then. After the murder of Lady Montilyet's people, I don't suppose I can blame you. Have you heard of the House of Repose?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archives. Contract for a life.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montilyet's trading exile in Orlais.
You could be in danger. You don't seem surprised. Who signed that? Yeah, who hired these guys?
Who's sending these assassins?
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Du Paraquets.
But the Du Paraquets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 109 years ago.
How can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Du Paraquets were our rivals. They drove the Montilyets from Val Royeax. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
Unpleasant though it may be, the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual duties.
Seriously? Yeah, but the contract is ancient. What? You guys have like the strictest contract rules ever.
If the people who wanted your family dead are gone, why are the assassins still after you?
A contract is a contract, Inquisitor. Orlesian businesses live and die by their reputations. The entire guild's welfare would be endangered if an agreement was tossed aside on a whim of time or fate.
She's quite right, Your Worship. The House of Repose is doing what it feels necessary. By its standards.
I'll help stop them. What's the plan, Josephine? We have to kill them. Well, yeah, Josephine, what's the plan? You know things better than I do.
I assume you have a thought or two on this, Josephine?
The Du Paraquets still have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Du Paraquet could annul the contract on my life.
That will take time, Lady Montilyet. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to hunt you.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. You're not to have said you'd heard rumors, at best.
A bit of subterfuge. This contract on your life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets. But this is Orlais. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
Yeah, was there ever a Compte? Or was that a lie too?
Does Comte Boisvert actually exist?
Absolutely. The Comte's offer to reveal the killers of Lady Montilyet's messengers was genuine. So was his information somehow. An end to be tied up later.
Did you kill the real Compte? I knew this was too convenient. Don't move. Yeah, it does always seem to be too convenient, right?
I thought you were remarkably well informed about a secret assassins guild.
We are hardly secret, my dear Inquisitor, just normally much more reclusive. The contract on Lady Montilyet's life is so unusual, we felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out the Duparequet to revoke our orders is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, Inquisitor. Only to speak. Might I pass?
Yeah, why the warning?
Why warn us about your contract and let us go?
In Orlais, it is only decent to inform those involved in a contract when extraordinary circumstances conspire.
And the guild's reputation would suffer if you ignored the contract. I quite understand.
Thank you, my lady. May we conclude with my departure?
Yeah, it's fine. You helped us, so I suppose you can go.
Go, then.
Good day, your worship. My lady, I pray we never meet again.
Yeah, Josephine's taking this so well.
Well, I didn't think our meeting would end like this.
We'll deal with these assassins.
I have some thoughts. Let's discuss them back at Skyhold. I'll feel safer with the castle's walls around me.
Do you hear something?
Oh, goodness. Comte Boisvert, is that you? Oh, the lock's been broken off. We'll find a saw. I realize the cabinet is quite valuable, Comte, but surely... A locksmith, then? As you wish.
Seriously? Is there anything else? Or is that it? No, I guess that's it. We're going back to Skyhold. Okay, well, here we are back in Skyhold, ready to talk to Josephine about everything that just happened.
He spent his life in the circle. Perhaps a tailored coat from Val Royeax? He can't wear armor all the time.
He will appreciate the gesture, Lady Ambassador.
That's a polite way of saying he wouldn't like it, isn't it?
Who are you guys talking about? Are you guys talking about Cullen? I'm trying to think of a mage who always wears armor. I think she's talking about Cullen. But anyway, let's talk to her about what just happened.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
Well, you had no idea. You're safe here. There's no time to pity ourselves. Yeah, you had no idea.
You couldn't have known it would lead to this House of Repose coming after you.
It still shouldn't have slipped past me. I've tracked down the last Duparequets. If they become Chantry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royeax to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Leliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royeax?
With you, Josephine, Leliana's a point. Let me consider it. Yeah, can Leliana just use her, spy superpowers to help her girlfriend out?
If destroying the original contract will satisfy the guild, I say we do it.
But I'm sure my plan will work, Inquisitor.
Whatever happens, I'll assign you more guards. The House of Repose won't be idle long.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the Duparequets will solve this.
In 6 years?
First, we need to perform some favors in Val Royeax. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin.
No. I'm not doing you more favors. Speak with Josephine about the next move or dispatch Leliana's assassins. How do I do that? I think a war table quest came up, so let's go do that. I don't want to do favors for Josephine. Like, this is ridiculous. Let's just have Leliana go take care of it. She's got skills and great people. So much easier. All right, would it be over here? No, I don't think so. So it must be over here. A destroy House of Repose's contract. Leliana wants to send her spies to find the contract on Josephine's life. With the destruction of the physical contract, the House of Repose will have no reason to keep sending assassins after her. Infiltrating the House of Repose, however, will take time and possibly several lives. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Leliana says the risk is high, Inquisitor, but this is the fastest way to end the threat, which would probably save more lives in all reality. Inquisitor, it has been done. The House of Repose hid themselves well, but a small group of our agents destroyed the contract on Josephine's life and also found some interesting information on future targets. Josephine will not be happy we took this route, but I would rather suffer her displeasure than her passing. Leliana, I agree. I 100% agree. So we have to meet Josephine and Val Royeax. Oh my goodness, this is kind of silly. And we're back in Val Royeax again. I'm gonna save.
Busy days. Everyone's scared out of their minds. Can't blame them.
We'll get through. That's what we do.
Or we die.
Cheery shit, aren't you?
Kind of. So let's try to sneak around what's going on over there and see if we can get over here to talk to Josephine. And she's over here on the docks, it looks like, while it's raining. Lovely day. Oh gosh, these boats are beautiful. They're so much nicer than the Templar ones. Okay, let's focus. Josephine.
I read Leliana's report. Her people infiltrated the League of Assassins targeting you. The contract on your life has been destroyed. You should be safe now.
And thus we outwit the House of Repose.
At least you're safe. It's better than the alternative. I thought you'd be pleased. Yeah, I expected a thank you.
This was for your safety, Josephine.
I've no doubt that the guild was staffed by vicious men and women, Inquisitor. It's simply... Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer.
Bards entertain the Orlesian court. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles put on a mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
Well, how did you come into it? That doesn't seem likely, but as a noble's daughter and an ambassador, it doesn't seem likely that she'd have a stint of bardship in between there. But you do know Leliana, so, anyway.
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Val Royeax when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
I can't imagine you doing that. I can't, actually. Sounds risky, and now you're a diplomat. Yeah. How did that happen?
How did you go from being a wandering singer to an ambassador?
In a very sad fashion. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard threw a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
It was self-defense. I can. You did the right thing. Well, yes, I can imagine the result.
You've drawn a clear enough picture.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'll always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
Josephine, you do know what we do here at the Inquisition, right? Like, we have soldiers whose job it is to fight and kill people. Do you worry about all those people too? Anyway, no one merciful. Still, from a bard to a diplomat, you're too soft-hearted for this. You are too soft-hearted for this, but how did you go from bard to diplomat?
From bard to diplomat is quite a change in direction.
I was headed down that path for some time already. That night merely crystallized it. In all the commotion... forgive me, I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
You didn't. You saved your family with it, you were rattled, the Inquisition needs you. Well, yeah, the Inquisition needs you, but I feel like that's going to come off rude, so let's just go with you were rattled.
You were taking on a league of professional assassins. I suppose I'll forgive it.
You've done much to help House Montilyet. And should you ever visit Antiva, stories of the welcome we'll give you will be told for years.
Okay. Well, since we're still in Val Royeax, I feel obligated to go and do this other quest here, which is Revelations. Blackwall has left the Inquisition. It appears to have something to do with the impending execution of a man named Mornay, one of the soldiers responsible for the Collier massacre. But Josephine's kind of like, I get it, I do. Always wondering how things might have been different, but like, you do know what we do here, right, Josephine? I know you were a diplomat, but like, there's Cullen's section of the Inquisition, there's Leliana's section for the Inquisition, there's mine. Like, we're not all diplomats. All right, well, let's, I guess, go over here.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Who's this man to Blackwall? A brother? A friend?
Poor bastard. So, where's food? Orlesians always stock these things.
Proceed. Stop! A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Oh no.
Blackwall!
Oh no.
No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Thom Rainier.
Oh dear. Oh dear. That... Okay. Speak to, quote, Rainier in his cell. Well, first things first, we need to come up here. Oh, there's something to examine. La Pomme, vie and Morte. You know, I did study French, but apparently I don't remember anything. Let's talk to the bailiff.
Can you believe it? Thom Rainier himself.
What do you know of Rainier?
You must know something about Rainier.
I know what everyone knows. He'll hang for the massacre of a noble and his family.
Where is this Rainier?
Where did they take the prisoner?
In the jail of the marketplace. If you've goodbyes to say them now. It's a damned mess, but believe you me, it'll be sorted out quick. Lots of people can't wait to see that man swing.
Ugh, okay.
Guess not.
All right, well, I'm gonna go talk to him. It looks like it's down that way tomorrow. And we'll see what not Blackwall has to say for himself and go from there. As always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Dragon Age Inquisition video.